Hey everybody, welcome to Two Comic Book Dudes. This is a special, huge unboxing show. Comic books this time. I'm Aaron, editor-in-chief of Comic Booked.
Hey everybody, Justin, managing editor over at Comic Book.
And today I got a big, I don't know if you guys follow me on Instagram or not, but I got a big stack of 4 boxes, the Priority Mail flat rate boxes, full of a bunch of auctions that I won on eBay. Now, there are 4 of these, and they each weigh about 10 pounds a piece. So you're probably thinking, boy, I spent a lot of money on that. Like less than $20 for the product itself. Cost me a little bit more than that to ship them all here. But we're going to open them up and see what kind of cool stuff's in them, just for fun.
Yeah,
and see how well they're packaged, too, because that was a big concern. Well, first, it's always a concern, right? The guy that I bought them from, we had an issue at first because he didn't know how to ship them. And he was like, well, I took the box there and it was going to cost $70 to ship because it's 40 pounds of comics. And I'm like, well, that's a lot of comics. He says, well, you won over 200 of them from different auctions. It's like, oh, well, okay. And some of them were just like, these 22 comics for 99 cents. Couldn't turn those down. Yeah.
That's a lot.
Yeah. So, oh, and they're all tied up in Walmart bags. Hooray.
Sweet.
That's
Are
awesome.
they bagged?
Doubtful, highly doubtful.
All right.
Yeah, I can't imagine for 99 cents that he went to. No John Hammond here.
I didn't know if they were just potentially in bags. I doubt they're in board eggs, but you could go that maybe some of them are. I don't know.
Don't know. We'll see. So Fantastic Four Unlimited, number 3. There's that. And that's it's actually not in too bad a shape for a comic from the 90s, it looks like. Let's see. 93. So that's good. Yeah. Fantastic Four number 384, but it's got a big ripped cover. So that one's going to go in the trash.
You can make something out of it or something.
Yeah, it's a little decoupage when I'm feeling crafty. Fantastic Four versus the Fantastic Four. This is Fantastic Four 374. Not in bad a shape. At least the cover's intact.
The new Fantastic Four versus the original Fantastic.
That's right. It is. Yeah, I never have read that, so that'll be a good one to read.
You never read any of that new Fantastic Four book with Spider-Man and Ghost
Oh,
Rider?
yeah. No, I did. I just didn't finish out that storyline. I read the beginning of it, and then I kind of got rid of it. So
Yeah. I read the first couple issues, and I was like, all right.
Yeah, there's a Fantastic Four 358 with the cool die-cut cover, So, oh, hey, I have this one. This is not older, but Fantastic Four with Diablo 307. It's a little older. I actually used to have that. Excalibur 73 and Excalibur 116. Oh, good. Here's Walmart bags. Die. Okay. Here's some good ones. Justice number 9 from the New Universe. That's a great series. If you've never read this is a really good series.
Never heard of it.
Yeah. There was Kickers Inc. and there was Spitfire and the Troubleshooters. There was Starbrand. There was Night Mask. DP7. There was Justice. I think there was one more. I can't remember. A couple other ones maybe. But Justice was really cool because it starts out about this story about this guy who he has the power of a sword in one hand and a shield in the other. Okay, and he's like from this fantasy realm where he's like a knight, and he came to Earth to protect his world. And it turns out that he was really brainwashed by this guy to think that that's what he was doing, when really, in reality, he was like a metahuman kind of person that had these special powers from the White event that happened. It was really cool. It was very, very neat. So, and there's an old Silver Surfer number 5. It's like Silver Surfer Volume 2, I think. Is that? Volume 3. number 5. So a lot of these are going to be just cheesy, 90s books, 80s and 90s books. Transformers number 33 with looks like the Dinobots there. Oh no, Dinobots up in the corner, but I don't know. Who knows? Indiana Jones, The Further Adventures of Indiana Jones, number 14. Oh, this makes this box all worth it right here. Chuck Norris, Karate Commandos, number 4.
Oh man,
that's the grail right there, man.
Man, that's probably like a $400 book.
Probably like if you took $399.99 off for shipping. Plasmer from the Marvel UK universe. I've never actually seen any of these, but this has got like a flip book. So I don't know. Never read that before. So comics I've never heard of. That's always a plus.
Yeah.
Looks like somebody used this as a coaster. This Deathlock number 5.
Awesome.
Deathlock series, and I think Wolverine's in it because Wolverine was in everything. Cable number 6 with Mr. Sinister. Here's Hawkeye number 3, and looks like War Machine's in it. So it's cool. Oh, hey, here we go. Here's some treats. Mad Balls number 6. Do you remember these?
No.
These were little balls with ugly, ugly faces that you could like throw at people, and it would scare the crap out of them. And some of them, I think you could squeeze them; they make noise or something like that. But there was a whole comic book series off of the Mad Balls. It was just completely shameless advertising from Marvel's Star Comics line. Here's issue 2 of the original Ghost Rider Rides Again, bagged and boarded. I don't know, you ever seen that before?
No.
It's number 2. I've never seen that one. The original Ghost Rider Rides Again, part 2 of 7. It says so.
Is that not the '90s series?
Yeah, but it's not the '90s Danny Ketch series. It looks like maybe after that, because that looks like Johnny Blaze. That's his outfit.
Okay. I thought Danny Ketch came after Johnny Blaze.
Yeah, Johnny Blaze first, then Danny Ketch, then Johnny Blaze again.
Maybe that's the first.
I don't know. There's like a little piece of paper thing here. It's like newsprint, but it's kind of a rundown of Spider-Man. I don't know. Work in progress, it's called. Weird stuff. And here's the Sensational Spider-Man number 20. Now we're getting down into some Spider-Man stuff. This was like a whole Spider-Man bundle that I got. Multiple copies of the Sensational Spider-Man number 18, bagged and boarded. Woohoo.
Awesome.
Ultimate Spider-Man 127. I actually don't have this issue, so that'll go in my Ultimate Spider-Man collection. Looks like Gwen Stacy in there. I don't know. Maybe Black Cat.
Maybe.
She looks angry, so I'm guessing that's Black Cat. Sensational Spider-Man, or Peter Parker Spider-Man number 82. This is definitely a 90s book, late 90s. Maximum Clonage. Hey, this is part 4 of 6 from Spider-Man number 61 with the Clone Saga.
Nice.
I actually didn't read much of that, so a little warped along the top, and the back cover is folded down, so that's nice. I'm not gonna, send any of these off to be graded or anything, but there's some fun stuff to read. It looks like these got wet. Spider-Man 59. I'm not going to complain about 99-cent comics, or 99 cents for a bundle of comics. But right. Spider-Man number 59, Spider-Man number 55 with some more clone stuff going on. There's what's his face? Clone. Ben Clone. Kane. Spider-Man number 49. Spider-Man number 44. Spider-Man number 43. Number 41. Spider-Man number 37. That has Carnage and looks like maybe Venom in it too. So that's cool. What was his first appearance? Do you remember Carnage's first appearance?
361.
Oh, of regular Amazing?
Yeah, because I have
So this
360 laying over there.
Oh, this is the Maximum Carnage storyline, issue 12 of 14 of that series. So
Yeah, that
that
came.
was
That
pretty
was
good.
like that came like the year after you came out.
Oh, okay. Amazing Spider-Man 392. That's an iconic cover.
That is. That's a good book.
Yeah, it's all warped up. You can't
Yeah,
really see it
it's
very well, but
still a good to have like that.
good story. Yeah,
Yeah, and it's good to have a reader copy. Basically, it's just a book you can pull out and read to
yeah,
show.
here's 390 leading up to that. Here's a copy of 388, one of the foil covers. Life Theft. This is when he found out, hey, my parents are still alive. Oh, wait, my parents are
Yeah,
robots.
yeah. If you get
Um,
a copy of 366, you got to send it to me.
387. That was Young Vulture after he sucked the life out of somebody. 380. There's some more Carnage and Venom stuff. Maximum Carnage issue 11 or 12, 11 out of 14. Here's 379. Oh, the cover is crapped up. 379. All kinds of crazy stuff going on there.
Mm-hmm.
Web of Spider-Man number 113 with Gambit and Black Cat in it, and a cool foil cover. It's pretty neat.
Great.
Web of Spider-Man. Oh man, the covers are coming off of these. Web of Spider-Man 110. Web of Spider-Man Annual number 10 with who is that? Shriek. Here's some Craven the Hunter stuff. Spectacular 251. Spectacular 215 with the Scorpion.
Sweet.
Spectacular 203. Some more Maximum Carnage. Maximum Carnage.
Yeah. I mean, it lasted for a year and went through all the titles.
Yeah. Spider-Man the Mutant Agenda number 1. Have you ever read that miniseries?
Oh, wow.
Not too bad. Yeah. This was one that I was really excited to get a hold of, and it's not in too bad a shape. Spider-Man 2099 number 1.
Yeah, good series.
Yeah, really good. And the cover's kind of crappy, but,
yeah,
good to have a copy of it.
Yep.
There's another one of those work-in-progress books. I don't know what that is. Now we're getting down to some bagged and boarded stuff. Oh, some Image stuff.
Sweet.
Hazard number 2. Not affiliated with the Dukes,
Oh.
Yeah, I know. Black Tide number 3 from Image. This is stuff from back in the day, Another issue of Black Tide. Stormwatch number 0.
I've got it. I've got several copies and a signed copy.
How about Troll number 1? Do you have that?
I used to have it. I remember when I bought it brand new when it came out. I remember getting it.
Jeff Matsuda.
Yeah, it's a Youngblood spinoff.
Yeah, Shadowhawk number 1.
Had that.
Pretty decent shape.
Yeah. That bit was good. Like, he just broke bad guy's back. That's
yeah. Yeah, he was wicked. Oh, let's see. Okay, I'm taking the bags out of there. That's awful. And we're going to take the box, and we're going to set the box over here. I'm going to put some comics down in the box. Like crappy comics with no bags of boards on them. I'll probably end up bagging and boarding everything that the covers aren't falling off of. And the rest of it I'll just bundle up and give away on our shows.
Yeah, that to look forward to, everybody.
Yay! You'll get some comics in the mail. You'll be like, the covers are falling off. And I'll be like, shut up, they're free.
They cost you nothing except your time.
That's right. All right. Micronauts number 6. It's pretty cool.
Yeah.
How about 2 copies of Wildstar number 1?
Oh my God, that was one of the first Image books I ever got.
Oh yeah?
It was like on this little shelf at a baseball card shop.
Yeah.
They had that. I think I got that, Stormwatch, and like Magnus the Robot Fighter number 25 that had like the silver chromoly cover.
Oh yeah, that's cool.
That was my introduction to comics that weren't from Marvel or DC.
Nice. There's another copy of Hazard number 2. Wetworks number 8.
The first miniseries, the first like arc on Wetworks was really good. Will
Yeah.
Portacio did the art and everything, and I think he wrote it too.
Yeah. Let's see. Does it say? Sego,
Okay.
Portacio, and Williams worked on this one.
Yeah.
There's Freak Force number 11 from Image.
Right.
The Deadly Duo number 4. Pretty cool. Don't know who those characters are, but I'll have to read up.
I think they also spun out of like Savage Dragon, because that was what the Freak Force was out of Savage Dragon.
Oh yeah, that's right. Huh. Now this was cool. I really liked the art on this, but I had never actually heard of this book before. Immortal 2. And I like the art. That's really cool.
Yeah, I don't know.
So Mike Miller does the art, and Cox is another name underneath there. Maybe that's just a word put there because she's showing her boobs off. I don't know. Darker Image number 1. Some Sam Keith stuff there.
Yeah, that's like, where they introduced all 3 of those characters. And
this is still in the plastic, like it's never been removed from the bag. Yeah, that's very cool. So that is actually going in here.
Yeah, but that was a good book. Like other than Blood Wolf, like who was basically Lobo.
Yeah.
But they just never did anything with that character, I don't think.
Yeah, no. Wildcats Trilogy number 1 with a cool chrome cover.
Yeah, it's Jay Lee.
Yeah. And another Wildcats number 1, the regular series. Jay Lee.
Yeah. That's Jim Lee.
Oh, that was Jim Lee?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, you're right. 2 different. Huh, that's cool. Regulators number 1. Another cool Image book with Blackjack. Copy of the Max number 5. Definitely a reader copy.
Nice.
But it is the Max number 5.
That's awesome.
Yeah, I like the Max. Pit number 2. Supreme number 6.
Wait.
And this is, I think this is number 1. It's in really bad shape, but it's Deathblow number 1.
Yeah.
It's in bad shape, but still, it's a cool cover. That's box number 1. Do we want to stop and start a new show for box number 2? All right, I gotta go open this box next. So that's cool. I mean, probably cost me $10 for that one to have it shipped and everything. So $10 worth of comics. Was that worth it? Let me know. Box number 1. Vote now.
I think it was worth it for that one Spider-Man.
Which one?
The one with him like turning his back on being Spider-Man.
Oh yeah. Even though the cover was awful, I mean, just to have the story.
Right.
If the cover was good, I mean, there was enough stuff in good condition that it's worth $10.
Yeah, even in bad shape, that book is worth $10. So
it's not bad. Yeah, I mean, it's still readable. The cover's attached, at least, Yeah. Come on, Walmart bags, hold together. Just for future reference, everybody, Walmart bags are not acceptable shipping material. Just to let you know. Yeah. I mean, I'm not going to give this guy a bad review or anything because of it, because these are obviously a ton of comics. But if I buy something from you and I pay more than $5 for the book itself, I expect to get them bagged and boarded. So some Funeral for a Friend stuff from back in the early 90s, right? Superman, dead, have a funeral. So Superman, Man of Steel, number 20, issue 20.
Nice.
This is Superman, number 76, more Funeral for a Friend.
That's cool, man. That's cool to have that run. Yeah. I don't have that run of stuff anymore. Nice.
Rise of the Superman. This is the first appearance of the Cyborg Superman.
Yeah,
Man of Tomorrow. This is Superman number 78.
Or was that the Eradicator, the guy with the sunglasses?
The Man of Tomorrow. Isn't that the robot one?
I don't know.
Oh, maybe it is the Eradicator. Maybe it is Eradicator.
I think it is him.
All right. Oh, this is a good one, actually. This normally comes in a bag, but maybe they took it out of the bag. This is the Superman, Adventures of Superman number 500. This was the return.
Wait a second.
No, this was the beginning. This was when he died. He's in heaven. He meets Uncle Ben or Uncle Ben.
Yeah, that's what it is.
Whatever his name is.
Go ahead.
That's not the return, right? This is.
I have Forever. Sorry, similar cover.
Can't you do anything else? He brought what's his name back to life. He brings what's his name? Not Uncle Ben. Pa Kent. He brings him back to life. Basically, he brings him back and drops him back in his body, and then he disappears. Superman does. So, yeah, this is cool. It's got, I don't know, it's got like a plastic film, I guess, to give that cool whatever. Like he's gone.
Yeah.
I don't know. All right, so some more. Yeah. This is after Superman's back from the dead, and Harry is all get out.
I got mullet.
Yep, mullet Superman. 708, Superman, Man of Steel 708, or Action Comics, sorry. Here is The Legacy of Superman #1, actually in a bag, so that's cool. Actually, is that just one book? Yeah, it is. Legacy of Superman. Okay. Lots of Superman stuff here. Blackest Night, Action Comics number 507. This is Blackest Night number 4, the series.
Yeah.
So it's Superman and the Blackest Night. Actually, I have 2 copies of that one, so that's kind of cool.
Cool.
Bloodlines, which is really great series they did. This is Batman Shadow of the Bat Annual #1. So it's Batman stuff. Shadow of the Bat Annual #1. Yep, the Bloodline storyline where the alien DNA was taking over Earth or whatever. Oh, this is cool. Martian Manhunter, American Secrets #1.
Oh, wow. I didn't know he had an older book.
Yeah, Gerard Jones writes this with Eduardo Barreto as the artist. And this is issue #1. It's like a graphic novel almost. It's thick. Pretty cool. Oh, before Watchmen, Minutemen #1 of 6, Darwin Cook.
Cool.
So that's cool. I'll put that over here. Cinder and Ash #1. Jerry Conway writing that. Looks like an interesting one. It's a 4-issue miniseries. Some of the DC trying to do different stuff. Guy Gardner Reborn #1 of 3. Gerard Jones writing that one as well. He must have been doing a lot of different books back then. So that's a cool book. The All New Adam #1 with a really cool shrinking cover there.
Oh, yeah, I remember that.
Yeah. This is Kid Eternity #1, Grant Morrison book from DC. This would have been a Vertigo book back before Vertigo kicked off. How about Night Force #1 from DC back in the 80s?
Oh, wow.
That's cool. Looks like John Constantine. No, is that Constantine? He wasn't around before that, was he? I don't know. I'll have to open that up again. Marv Wolfman.
The original Hellraiser came out.
What's that?
But I don't remember when the original Hellraiser came out.
Yeah, I don't either. But this was definitely an 80s book. Marv Wolfman and Gene Colan work on this. So that would be an interesting book to check out. I'll open it up, read it, and let you know. Here's Trinity #1 with a very cool foily cover.
Nice.
Parallax and is it Parallax? Or maybe that's just Hal Jordan. And some other people that I don't know who they are. Green Lantern, the Dark Stars, and Legion all together. So, interesting. Weird crossover. New Gods #1. I think this was the first miniseries with the New Gods back in the 80s.
Is that the first appearance of Orion?
The Odyssey is over. No, I think this was This was the 80s, so this would have been like late 80s, maybe 89.
Okay.
Yeah, he came around back in the early 80s, I believe. Something with no cover.
Sweet.
Ragman number 1, 1991. I'll at least read it. Would be cool to have a cover, but that's all right. Babylon 5 number 4. Babylon 5, you remember that? Jeez. Oh boy,
Groundbreaking stuff.
Here's Avengers, Earth's Mightiest Heroes, issue 156.
Nice.
That's an old Avengers book.
Yeah, when's it from? 70s?
1977. I was 3 years old.
I was so close. I said 70s.
Here's 160. Some old books, a couple old books, not in great shape, but probably good. Avengers 2:18. To save the world, the boy must die.
Dun, dun, dun.
Born again and again and again and again and okay, whatever.
Is his name Cubic? Is that where that story's from?
Kobik.
Kobik?
Super Soldiers number 3.
They were super.
They were super, not superb, just super. Steve Rogers Super Soldier number 3 of 4. This was a 90s book, I believe, or early 2000s.
Yeah, I think that was early 2000s.
The Heroic Age.
Yeah,
that's cool. I mean, Ed Brubaker did the writing. It's not a bad looking book. I actually have 2 copies of that. And then a copy of The Adventures of Captain America, Sentinel of Liberty, number 3. But the corner of the book is like completely screwed.
Cool.
So, yeah, readable. Captain America, Forever Allies, issue 2 of 4. Now here's something you're going to be excited about. Daredevil, The Man Without Fear, number 3.
Nice.
And it's actually in really good shape, except for the coffee stain at the top there.
Yeah, that's Frank Miller and John Romita Jr.
Yeah, very good.
I mean, it's just a retelling of his origin, but it's really
There's
good.
number 4.
Yep.
And there's number 5. So there's a 3, 4, and 5 in there.
Sweet.
And they've been read. They have some creases on the back, but still. Good book.
Yeah.
Darkhold, number 2. One of those books from the 90s when they did all those, Ghost Rider came back out and they had...
they were dark because of Anne Rice and vampires and stuff,
Yeah, right. There's a 3rd copy of issue 2.
Sweet.
Let's see here. Then I've got a copy of issue 5 with the Punisher. Another copy of issue 5. Another copy of issue 5, all with the Punisher. Oh, hey, here you go.
Hey, what?
Ren and Stimpy, number 16.
Sweet.
That's some good stuff. Transformers Generation 2, issue 5.
What?
Pretty cool. Night Thrasher, number 5. Can you guess who is the Night Thrasher? We know who he is. Oh, can you guess who can't fly, it says. New Warriors, number 41.
That series randomly had a couple good story arcs.
Yeah, yep. Here's an old one.
New characters and stuff in that book.
Yeah, here's an old one. Marvel Triple Action.
Red Star.
Avengers. I guess that's Red Star. Yeah, Red Guardian.
Oh yeah, he's the Russian guy.
First encounter with him, 1977 again. Huh. One of the most talked about supervillains ever. Really? Okay. Because he was Russian or something. He's always Russian. No laughing matter. Armor number 1, 1991. Published by Continuity Publishing. Neil Adams. Huh. There's a weird no-cover book, but it's called Armor from Neil Adams. Interesting. Oh, how about Brigade number 2?
Wait.
And Brigade number 4.
Wait. All right. Brigade number 4, look at that cover. Go back. All right. The number 4. Yeah. The guy on the cover in the gold and green there.
Yeah.
Right? He's that universe's version of Namor.
Oh, okay.
His name is Roman.
That's funny. That's hilarious. Okay, so not very original. That's okay. Almost through box number 2. Are you bored yet? Are you bored yet? Are you bored yet? You didn't have to watch this. Blood Brothers Prelude, Blood Strike number 1.
Yeah.
It's a cool black and white almost cover, except it's got like splashes of red across it. There's like a Wolverine wannabe guy there at the bottom, and Cable wannabe guy up there at the top, and Cabot, Cable, yeah. Some big robot samurai looking dude.
Yeah, yeah. And then that girl with the mask on has like 4 arms or something.
Yeah, oh yeah. That's funny.
Yeah.
It says, rub the blood, it says.
Yeah, dude. Yeah.
Why? What does it do? I don't understand. I'm rubbing.
One of the first books to come out of Image right there.
That's pretty cool. You know, some of that stuff is... Oh, and I got another copy. And I got another copy. So there's 3 copies of issue 1.
Well, if you ever meet Rob Liefeld, you can get them signed.
That's true. There's issue 5.
Yeah, with Supreme.
Yeah, and issue 6. And issue 7. It's pretty cool.
Yeah,
I'll read it eventually.
The cover on number 7.
Oh yeah. It looks like Cable. Cabot, it looks like Cable. That's just weird.
Yeah, he does. And his brother, Bloodstone, he looks just like him too.
Oh.
And that's where you get now Bloodstrike is just a guy who's basically Deadpool.
I see.
Cabot becomes like Deadpool and he just becomes Bloodstrike. It's stupid.
I got it.
It's stupid.
Okay. But, you know, Rob Liefeld, who we almost interviewed on our show, except he was sick, which means he was doing another convention and didn't want to tell us that he was doing another convention. Youngblood number 1 with a sticker that says limited out-of-print collector's comic. And it's like in a bag and stuff. And there's another copy. And then there's a copy of number 9.
Yep.
And then Youngblood Strike Files number 2.
Yep.
And number 1.
Yep. I've got those. We could do like a 90s vision or a 90s Image books.
Cyberforce number 1. And Cyberforce number 4.
Yeah. I don't know if those are on here.
And Cyberforce Annual number 2. And this isn't too bad.
Top cow right there.
Dragon number 1.
Oh, that's awesome.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
That's worth it right there. That's cool.
Eric Larson, yeah. And that's actually not in bad shape. It's got pretty decent corners, maybe a little edge nicked up, but it's too small in its bag. I'm going to tell you what. I'm going to probably be super disappointed right now, but I'm going to take it out of the bag and board because they're just old and crappy.
Yeah.
Throw that garbage away. Actually, it's in surprisingly good shape for the shape of some of these other comics. So now I'm going to put it in a real bag and board, and it'll be like, I'm home. There we go. Real bag and board. Okay. Savage Dragon number 1. Different cover?
Well, yeah, I think it was like the first one's a miniseries, and then that one's the first issue of the regular series. And that regular series is still going.
Yes, it is. Number 2.
Sweet.
Number 6. Number 7.
That's awesome.
So, yeah, not bad stuff.
I wouldn't mind having like a good early run of that book.
Brigade.
Yeah. See that and Brigade.
That Brigade.
Brigade.
Both number 1s.
It's led by Bloodstone, who is Cabot's brother. So Brigade and Bloodstrike are related books.
Okay, got it.
And they're, of course, all government agencies, you know.
Yeah, well, that was the thing to be back in those days, you know.
Uh-huh.
All right, so that was some pretty cool stuff in the second box. I'm still looking for the one book that I actually paid like $4 for. I paid like 99 cents for all these other books, but then one book I paid $4 for. So we're going into box number 3 here. I hope he didn't forget to ship me that one while he was so worried about shipping the rest of them, you know?
No, it's probably me.
I'm using really complex appliances to open these boxes, just so you know.
Good.
Just so you know. For those of you listening and not watching out there, I'm using child's scissors that are not made for left-handed people. And I am left-handed, so, you know. All right. Get my exercise, just open these dumb things. Okay. More Walmart bags. Yay. Cut those things too. So, you know, it's always fun to get this kind of stuff because you just really never know what you're going to get in a box like this. GI Combat number 22, or sorry, number 287. I was like, woo, number 20. GI Combat number 287. It's got a cool skull cover there.
Yeah.
Joe Kubert cover, actually. Joe Kubert, right? Yeah, that's pretty cool. Shootout on Skull Mountain. Awesome. Teen Titans Spotlight on Jericho, issue number 4. Find out a little bit about Jericho. One of those characters I don't really ever even remember much about. So, Tales of the Teen Titans Annual number 4. Some 80s. We're getting the 80s stuff, somewhat 80s stuff here.
Sweet.
Here's a good one. This is The Flash, number 23. Or just Flash, I guess. There's no the.
Right.
It's just Flash, number 23.
Cool.
So, pretty cool. Superpowers, number 4. Looks like Super Monkey Man fighting Aquaman. Fun stuff. Hey, some Alan Moore Swamp Thing, number 56. Cool. Wonder Woman, number 27, back in the 80s. Oh, He-Man, Masters of the Universe, number 2 from DC, back in the day.
Sweet.
This is issue 2 of the 3-issue miniseries. This was written by Paul Kupperberg, way back when, with art by George Tuska. Pretty cool. I'll have to read it. I like He-Man stuff. See if it's as good as Dan Abnett stuff that he did recently. Yeah. Legends number 5 is a DC miniseries back in the 80s. Shazam there on the cover. Len Wein. Hey, first issue of the Gargoyle. Marvel's answer to the Demon, right?
Yeah.
That's an 80s book for sure. Here's another good one. Doom 2099, number 1.
Oh, cool.
Nice. And just because everybody's so excited about this guy, Black Panther 2099, number 1. I didn't even know this book existed. I didn't know there was a Black Panther 2099. So, yeah. But now we know. And knowing's half the battle. Punisher 2099, number 1. How about that?
Ooh.
He's showing up nowadays in, if you're reading Contest of Champions. This Punisher is in that series. So, and so I got that, and I got that.
What? It's like the same book.
It is the same. Actually, it's not exactly the same book. It's 2 different copies of the same book. But yes.
No, that's crazy.
And how about Ravage 2099? That was a pretty good one. That was the eco-terrorism book of the 90s. You know, like, we're going to throw all these things out there and make people, you know, want to change the environment. Ravage was okay. It wasn't great, but it was okay. This is sweet, though. Red Sonja #1.
Oh, sweet. That is cool.
That is really nice. And it actually looks... Well, no, it looks like it's in pretty good shape. I'm not even going to have to rebag and board it. Yeah. Scarlet Witch in her first solo limited series, #1.
That's sweet. Oh, wow. Yeah, that's 90s.
Yeah.
That's 90s Scarlet Witch outfit right there.
Yep. How about Air Raiders #1 based on the toys? It's funny.
Wow.
Oh, I actually have this. Power Pack #1.
Sweet.
Cool. I have 2 copies of #1. Oh, here's some weird stuff. I actually liked this series. It was really pretty fun. Ecto Kid #1. It's Clive Barker writing for Marvel under the Razor Line thing, the imprint. So Clive Barker, Hellraiser creator, and just all kinds of other stuff all around. Awesome writer. Deathlock #1 from the 90s miniseries with the foily things all over.
Yeah.
It's a cool one. And then this Deathlock #1, which had another cool cover. I don't know when that one's from. Oh, can't beat this. Mystech Wars with Death's Head and
it's all the Marvel
looks
UK.
like Dark Angel and Motormouth and all those guys. I mean, yeah, all the Marvel UK folks. That's funny.
Nice. I just got that.
I know. That was hilarious. I was like, I can't believe there's one in this box. The Nam #1, or Nam. I guess the Nam, Vietnam. Oh, here's some fun stuff from Inferno Time. Exterminators #1 that had the kids from New Mutants, or what were they? New Mutants? No, because it was X Factor. Yeah, X Factor. Boom Boom and all those guys. Strike Force Morituri. Issue #1. That's pretty cool. Total War on Earth. Never read that series. Oh, nice. Valiant Secret Weapons #1.
Oh, yeah, I remember that book.
Yeah, that's cool. Oh, very nice. Turok Dinosaur Hunter, issue #1.
Sweet. I remember that.
That's nice. Yeah.
That just like happened to come out around the same time. Like there was a video game too. That was
awesome. One of the Acclaim comics from Windjammer, Valeria the She-Bat. Valeria and her she-boobs.
Yeah, right?
I mean the she-bat, yeah. Oh, too funny. Oh, here's from Comico. Oh, this is one of the, what's the, yeah, Comico. Mage. Do you remember Comico, the comic company? That's back in the 80s stuff.
Yeah.
Also, my favorite, Grendel, Matt Wagner stuff.
Nice.
This is Mage. This is Matt Wagner's character, Mage, back in the Comico days.
Right.
Here's Dark Horse manga, Blade of the Immortal, #43. Cool. Blade of the Immortal, #44. Blade of the Immortal, #90. This is Hiroaki Samura, Blade of the Immortal. So it's pretty neat. Just stuff I've been like, hey, I've never read this before.
Right.
It, the Beast from 20 billion years beyond Earth.
Dun, dun, dun. I mean, that just sounds crazy.
Another Dark Horse. It's Dark Horse Presents. It's also got Doc Thunder and Full Throttle. Yeah. More Dark Horse Presents. Issue 35. Oh, that's got some Predator stuff in it. Check that out. Hey, remember I got that big Ghost run? Here's another issue of Ghost.
Nice.
I don't know what that is. It's like a thin, maybe like a 0 issue.
Could have been like a preview, like from Wizard.
Could have been. Yeah, maybe so. Hey, there's Nexus Legends, #1 from First Comics. Huh. Oh, E-Man. Remember E-Man?
E-Man, yeah.
E-Man, not He-Man, but E-Man. From First Comics, this is issue #1. This is Shoot, who did this? I don't know, but I've got 2 copies, 3 copies. I have 3 copies of E-Man. Oh, I know where I've seen this before. Okay, if you've been in your comic shop lately, seen this guy?
Badger, yeah.
Just came back out, right? So this is from First Comics. First Comics did him first. So this is like his first issue. No, issue 24 from that series, though. It's pretty cool. I mean, some of these books are older books.
Yeah.
So, some neat stuff. Oh, gosh, I'm running out of floor space, folks. What am I going to do with my last box? Another First Comics book, John Sable, Freelancer. Freelance. Very good, kind of a spy series. This was pretty cool. Like a spy, mercenary kind of guy. Mike Grell's Sable, the Iron Monster, issue number 1.
Confused with Silver Sable.
Right. You've definitely heard of American Flag, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, there's his first issue with First Comics. Eclipse Comics has some cool stuff. Nightmares, number 1. That's a neat looking book. Man of War, number 1. These are some cool old books. Really fun stuff that, like, if you want to just pick up some awesome stuff and read it. Yeah. Here's Laser Eraser and Press Button, number 1 from Eclipse. That's awesome. Issue 7 of the original Eternal Warrior series.
Oh, wow.
Some cool old Valiant stuff. Another copy of Secret Weapons, number 1. Here is a copy of Pendulum's Illustrated Stories, Collector's Edition, Moby Dick, Series 1, Volume 1. It's a big, thick...
gloss cover and everything.
Pretty crappy art, but really cool cover. I mean, it's got a great artwork on the cover. It's a giant whales getting ready to eat these guys, but then it just doesn't translate to the inside. Nestor Redondo does the cover, but it's pretty much word for word the story, just in a comic book form. Here's A Midsummer Night's Dream from the same company, and interesting. Here's 2 Chillers from Marvel. They're called Chillers.
Yeah,
and they're big, thick books. Wolverine with some wacky hair. What the heck is that called? Like, help, I forgot my moose.
Maybe his helmet.
In Canada. He was just outright his motorcycle. That's what it is. It's that blowback look. Chilling poster inside, it says. And there is a poster still inside, all intact and everything. It's almost like a chapter book for kids. Pretty cool. And the same thing, Shades of Green Monsters. So, some fun stuff there. All right, on to the last box. You guys are ready to take a nap already, I'm sure. So that box was pretty fun. There's a lot of stuff in there.
Okay.
Cool stuff. All right. Last box. Oh.
All right, here we go. I'm still waiting on that one book that you're looking for.
Yep. It's a Valiant book, an old Valiant book. But I paid more for it than 3 other boxes of comics.
Yeah. Now I'm just looking up the match. If I want to pull around the match series again.
It's a great book. That's just a great series. I like that they remastered it. I did pick up the first few issues of that when they did it.
Max Maximized.
Yeah, I like that because he colored a bunch of stuff. That was really, really pretty cool.
Cool.
I'm going to take a drink here because...
Yeah.
Okay. All right, we got some bags and some boards and some Walmart bags and stuff. All right. Let's see. First thing. Oh, there we go. That's the book I've been looking for.
Can't see it at all.
I know. Neither can I. Sort of, if you angle it, then you can kind of see it.
Clap. Solar. Oh, it's a
Solar,
solar.
Solar Man of the Atom. Yep, and it doesn't look like it's in too bad a shape. Issue number 10. It is the first appearance of Eternal Warrior in Valiant.
Oh wow, that's cool.
Yep. Oh, here's some. Oh, geez. Marvel Team Up, Spider-Man and the X-Men. This is Marvel Team Up number 1.
Nice.
1976. Not too bad a shape either. Double the action, double the thrills. Some old X-Men stuff. To 309, 310. That's a big one. Pre-wedding, the Executioner. The Phalanx Covenant, 317. This is actually an expensive book.
Oh yeah.
223. Yeah. I have a copy of that. I think it's worth like $20. 307, 308, X-Men Annual 2, X-Men Annual 2. All right, let's just go through this box. This is just X-Men number 5, Wolverine versus Omega Red.
Nice cover. Yeah.
Yeah. Here's X-Men number 18. Omega Red fighting still. Been 10 issues. They still haven't finished fighting. X-Men number 27. Some Mr. Sinister stuff going on there with Beast and all those guys getting ready to kick his butt. Here is X-Men number 30, the first Cyclops' first wedding. First of many.
Yeah.
Oh, that was his second, because that was after... Wasn't that after he married What's-Her-Face and then found out she was a clone and then she became the Goblin King and then, Madeline Pryor.
Yeah.
So this is a Toys R Us limited edition X-Men number 1.
Nice.
So I don't have this one. That's pretty cool. $1.50 value. Wonder how much it's worth now. Issue 2 of X-Men 2099. Forgot there was an X-Men 2099 series. Yeah.
Yeah, that one was really crazy.
Yeah. Here's X-Man number 34. Isn't that like Young Cable, right?
Yep.
Okay. We're getting into some stuff I don't have. New Mutants number 30.
If you want some X-Man books, I think I have some X-Mans for you.
Oh yeah, I wouldn't mind reading them.
All right.
New Mutants Fear Itself number 32.
Sweet.
Here's Gambit number 6. And Gambit number 7. And some classic old Avengers stuff. Older Avengers stuff. 285 against Zeus. 286 Assault on the Android. That's the Avengers. West Coast Avengers. Here, number 26 Zodiac Attack. Zodiac.
Oh wow.
Isn't that who they're fighting now?
No.
Same key and everything. That's who Spider-Man's fighting, right?
Oh yeah.
Same group, I wonder?
I think it's a different person though. They just have that though.
Different person, but they have the key still. Yeah, I bet they're still the same group though.
Oh yeah, they just cycle it all.
That's cool. Conan number 250. That's an older book. 80s book or 90s book, maybe.
That's cool.
Here's Defenders number 115. Old Defenders. Back when Namor still had his head. Yeah. Valkyrie in there, and looks like Gargoyle. US 1 number 6.
Never heard of it.
Somebody out there's looking for just this book to finish up their US 1 collection. If you're looking for it, send me an email. Secret Defenders number 2. This is a pretty interesting series back in the day, you know?
Oh yeah.
Marvel Adventures 2-in-1. Hulk featuring Spider-Man.
That's cool.
And looks like Namor getting ready to stab him in the chest. So I don't know if 2-in-1, if that means it's a flip book or what, but it's bagged and boarded. Oh, here's a What If number 77. What if Legion had killed Magneto? It's got a crazy looking cover there. Yeah, really neat. Enter now the age of Xavier. Nick Fury, Agent of S.H.I.E.L.D., number 9. Old Nick Fury.
David Hasselhoff.
Yeah. Battlestar Galactica, number 9.
That's cool.
Yeah. New Warriors, issue number 10. Cool, with Emma Frost there in the middle in her skimpy bikini. Making her evil, looking evil, you know.
Yeah.
Marvel Saga, issue 24. This is like the wrap up to that Marvel Saga. If you've never read Marvel Saga, this is kind of like the primer to the Marvel Universe, the original Marvel Universe, and kind of how things were up until the early 90s, I believe, kind of when that series ended. Like 24 issues that run you through everything from the very origins of Marvel Comics, which is really some cool stuff to read. You know, as much as they've gone back and retconned, I like the original origins of so many of the characters, you know?
Yeah. I'm with you.
Yep. Hey.
Hey.
Four Bush Man strikes back in What the, number 8. What the? Because there's a What If, and this is the comic, the comedy series that Marvel put out. Pretty good.
Nice.
Issue 3 of Fallen Angels was a mini series with some mutant folks going on there. It had Boom Boom and some of the other kids. Yeah. Guardians of the Galaxy, number 33. This was the future Guardians, and that's like female Starhawk, right. I guess.
The original Guardians of the Galaxy.
Yep. Here's original Civil War, Frontline, number 10.
Oh, yeah. And Frontline, and then like the people, it's like reporters or somebody reporting on what.
Yep. I don't know. This is cool because I have the regular series. This is a free preview book for Dark Tower, Drawing of the Three, and then on the back is Revenge. It was Marvel's one of their free previews. Yep. Power Pack number 4. Issue 4 of Marvel Apes. Never actually heard of that one. Wonder Man number 21. Back when he was still around and not a part of Scarlet Witch, right? Isn't he a part of Scarlet Witch or is he part of Rogue?
Part of Rogue.
Yeah, because she absorbed him, right? Yeah. So, Weird World.
Or like pre-Secret Wars. I don't remember her talking. Has she talked about him post-Secret Wars?
No. But lots of things haven't been talked about post-Secret Wars.
Yeah.
I think they think if we just forget them, then they'll go away. Yeah. They'll never go away. We'll always remember. We'll have little ribbons on the backs of our cars that are like, no, always remember. So, you may have seen these guys in Weird World. Crystar, the Crystal Warriors.
Yeah.
Remember them? Yeah, probably not, because you didn't read Weird World. But this is issue 3. Doctor Strange is also in it. You can see him hanging there in the middle. Doctor Strange.
Yep.
Okay. Awesome. Spider-Man and X-Factor, issue number 1. And this is the Shadow Games miniseries. This is the Gambit series, limited series, 4 issues, issue number 1 of that. Hellstorm, Prince of Lies, issue number 1. It's got a really cool, almost like a newspapery kind of cover. There's the Shroud, number 1. You ever see that one?
Not to be confused with the Hood.
Right. Two completely different characters, people. Almost done. So many comics. All right. Samurai Legend, number 1 of 4. It's pretty cool looking. It's a Marvel book, mature content. Probably from mid-2000s, late 2000s, something like that. This is the original Ghost Rider, number 1. So I got number 2, where the original Ghost Rider rides again. This is when Johnny Blaze became Ghost Rider again.
Yeah, I had some of that series.
Oh, and then here's the original Ghost Rider Rides Again #1. So I had #2 in one of the other boxes.
Yeah.
So
When's that from? Open it up. Is it in a bag or not?
it's in a bag. Yeah.
Oh, never mind. May say at the top or something.
1991.
Nice.
Requiem for Dracula, issue #1. This would have been about the time that Doctor Strange banished all vampires from Earth, from the earthly dimension. Do you remember that?
No.
He read from the blah 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 liberatum contentatum or some stupid thing like that, whatever book. And when he read from that book, it banished all vampires from the Earth for a period of time. So there was no Dracula, there was nobody for a while. Wonder Man #1. First issue.
Wait. Yeah, I remember that cover.
There's The War #1.
Yeah.
This was kind of the culmination of the Marvel New Universe. The War was the culmination of the New Universe. So it was all the characters from the universe. You can see like the Blur and some of these other folks who were part of the New Universe coming to fight. This first guy here in front's the head of Kickers Inc. It was, really well put together universe. I loved the New Universe originally. It just didn't, like, back in the 80s when it first came out, it just did not have the popularity that it should have. It did run for 2 years. Most of the series ran for 2 years or maybe more. But nowadays, like, if New Universe launched as a separate universe, it would be awesome. People would eat it up because it was just so cool. Mutant X #1. How about that? Isn't that Havoc?
Yep.
Mutant X #1. There's Comet Man #1. I don't know what that one is, but Comet Man. Fantastic Force. What's that?
They could bring him back at any moment.
Yeah, 1986. Fantastic Force. He only comes around once every 75 years, you know.
Yeah, right.
Haley's Comet Man. Oh, Fantastic Force foiling #1. Night Stalkers #1, still in the collector's bag inside the bag and board, which is awesome.
God, I remember that book when it came out. It was so awesome to get. I had to get 2 because I had to keep one in the bag, you know.
Mad Dog #1, about the same time. This was actually Ace Comics and Marvel working together to put out Mad Dog. The New Avengers finale book. This is a one-shot. Brian Michael Bendis, Hitch. What's his name? The artist. Hitch is his last name. I don't know. I can't think of the first name. Anyway, that's cool. Hulk Chronicles #1.
Seems like he's World War.
That's World War Hulk, yeah, but it's Chronicles. It's called, so I don't know what that is. And then Cyclops and Phoenix: The Adventures of Cyclops and Phoenix #1. The origin of Mr. Sinister. Sorry.
Nice.
Yeah, cool.
I think I have that set.
That's it. All the comics you could hope for and more that you could choke on. So lots of stuff today. I hope you've enjoyed this. You know, if you haven't and you turned it off halfway through, whatever, then you'd never know that I was going to give away a comic book at the end of this. So
missed out.
Yep. But I will. If you can tell me how many books I got today, what the total number is, I will send you one. I won't, because I don't know how many I got. I couldn't answer that question. But we'll think of something. We'll give some stuff away coming up here in a week or so. But we appreciate you watching. Please like, share, subscribe. Tell people about us. I mean, we talk about comics all the time. We talk about movies and TV stuff. We'll have some good interviews next week. All kinds of cool stuff going on.
Yep.
Okay. Talk
Thanks,
to you all
everybody.
later. Go read more comics.
Yay. Stuff you've never heard of.
That's right. Bye.